Yes, members. Yes. We welcome you with open arms and with love. If you haven't done so, though, we do have a guest register book that's located in a clear podium that looks like this. It's in the front lobby on the left. This podium, this registrations allows us to remain connected with you. We will let you know what's popping here at the temple, as I like to say as a millennial, what's going on. We also have a welcome packet that talks a little bit about our mission and our philosophy as a temple. And then also, you will also find there a bi-monthly bulletin with classes and events for the following months. I recommend that you don't forget to take one of these, as there's a lot of good information. We also have energetic healing, something similar to what you witnessed just now, but it's more of a hands-on, one-on-one healing. So if you just want to feel that energy, you need to make yourself available at 10:35 a.m. every Sunday morning. That's when it starts, and it's located here. We also have 2 chaplains available after service. Each chaplain is here to listen and offer prayerful support. Sometimes throughout the week, Monday through Friday, even Saturdays, life happens. And we get a very heavy heart, right, for XYZ reason. If you need someone that could just listen and pray for you, they're here. They're available. All chaplains present today hold everyone in sacred space during the service. At this time, we have some announcements. I will make the first announcement, then we'll have Reverend Diemer and then Reverend Lewis's. The announcements that I have are as follows. There has been questions brought to the board and also to the pastoral search committee of why are we taking so long? And I would like to address that in front of everyone today. And if there's some members that are not present, let them know of the news. All right. The reason why we are not moving as fast as I would like, I wish we could have it done as of last month, right? Or even this month, right? Because it's our anniversary. The reason why is because there's a bylaw, and I'm going to read it. It's Article 8, titled The Pastor, Section 8.4. Should a pastor vacancy occur, a new pastor shall be chosen by the majority of the membership present and voting at a proper notice membership meeting. The key word here is present and member. We have members who are out of state. We have members who are not local. So the board, through a committee, would have to amend this bylaw so members who cannot be present can have the option to vote on the future of the temple. That is the reason why we have not been able to move as fast. When can this be amended? Great question. That's the question I would ask myself if I was sitting where you're sitting. It happens annually during the board meeting on February. So on February of 2026, that is where the members will vote to amend the bylaw. Once that amendment has been completed, then all members who are part of the Temple of the Living God will have that beautiful right to vote on who will be the next leader. So, thank you for your patience. Email us. Well, we'll have a proxy. There might be an email option to vote if you're not able to be present here. There's also some apps that will be available, probably that will help with voting as well. That is something that's still being discussed. Nothing is set in place, but definitely the major thing that is in place is that we will be making an amendment so every member has that right to vote present or not present during that meeting. The other announcement that I have is MailChimp. I have an update from the marketing director. There's still about half of the emails are getting bounced back. Some of the reasons why we're getting those bounce backs is because the emails that maybe you're using are very, very old, and there's about 80,000 emails in your inbox. Yeah, you're gonna have to clear that up or give us another email, because your memories has been maxed out. Believe it or not, emails do get full. And after it's full, you will not get any more emails from anyone, not just us. So it would be important to clear your email or give us another email. So we've been sending out letters with updates, because the survey made it very clear. The members want to know what's going on. So we have been sending letters. I believe regarding the Pastoral Search Committee, we have sent a total of 3 letters. And when it comes to the meetings that the board has one time per month, I believe only 1 letter has been sent out. I am working on the second letter from the last board meeting we had last Sunday. That is all my announcements for today. Thank you.
Okay. I want to thank all of you who were here a couple of Sundays ago in celebration of my birthday. And I want to just thank you for the celebration. It was a delightful surprise. So for those of you who were here to support that, I wanted to give a heart thank you to all of you. Okay. Many of you noticed in the lobby we have our used book sale going on. And we're coming to the end of that, and so today it's basically fill a bag and make a donation to the bookstore. Okay, so there's still some wonderful books there. So if you haven't perused through them already, we invite you to do that after the service and fill up a bag. It'll also help us not to have to transport a lot of books to where they're going to go next. So, but there's, perhaps there will be books there for friends or family members that you feel who may be able to make use of some of those. So please take a look at those after the service. If you haven't received the September-October bulletin, as Jacob showed, we do have extras in the lobby, not only at the clear podium, but also at the information section on the right-hand side when you leave the temple in the corner where the bathrooms are there. So there's extra ones there as well if you haven't received one. Okay, we're grateful to be able to have those, to be able to pass them out, and also maybe you may know of some people they may be interested in attending here, so share that with them as well. Okay. Coming up, as Daniel mentioned, the 19th, that's this coming Friday, our wonderful 65th TLG anniversary musical extravaganza. And we're so wonderfully blessed by our Ascension group that is going to be sharing such beautiful classical standards and just an evening of just wonderful music. Now, Daniel mentioned about, the VIP tickets. There are 2 types of tickets. If you just want to come to the concert, that's one ticket, it's $25. But if you want to come to the VIP part of the evening, which includes pasta cuisine that is going to be done by Chef Michael here, and that'll be in the back classroom. So it's those tickets are available up until today. Okay, the reason being that we need to have a head count. And so if you're thinking about coming to the wonderful gala event, the concert, please choose to purchase a ticket if it's the VIP, of course, today. But if you're thinking about it and you just want to come to the concert, you can call in throughout the week, or we'll have tickets at the door as well available. All right, so, and you can dress up. It's a gala event, so we're looking forward to seeing lots of wonderful attires being worn that evening, and for the wonderful music. So it's a once-in-a-lifetime 65th celebration for the anniversary, so that's part of it. And then, of course, in the following week, we have our temple anniversary, which we're going to have a wonderful program in the service. And then afterwards, we're going to be having a potluck as well. So there's a sign-up sheet for that already in the lobby. So think about what you might like to bring for that, for the potluck, and we'll have another wonderful day to celebrate. Yes. So many wonderful things happening here at the temple. I'm going to jump a little bit into October. We do have our bi-yearly Psychic Fair Showcase taking place. That'll be October 11th. We're going to be having 14 readers for that day, 15 readers. And it's going to be a wonderful day. Pre-sales are already in effect. So in your Sunday program, you'll see a list of all the different readers and what they do. And if you'd like to pre-schedule who you'd like to have and at what time, it's a wonderful opportunity for you to either see me after the service today or call in throughout the week, and then we can line those up. So think about that, and it's a fundraiser for the largest fundraiser, one of the two largest fundraisers that we have here going on at the temple. And we've been doing this for almost 65 years. So it's a wonderful gift that we can continue to support the temple with your attendance. And also, starting next week, we're going to be having opportunities to, if you'd like to take an ad out or be a sponsor in our booklet, our showcase booklet, then that'll be available as well for you to help out with that. Okie dokie. Now we go into our Ace of Diamonds. All right. Again, another fundraiser for the temple. And this is an opportunity to practice our abundance consciousness. And so this began a number of years ago, and we've continued to offer this throughout the months and the year. And it's the Ace of Diamonds, of course. We have the cards that someone may choose that particular ace today, and if that happens, the take home is $315. Ooh. And so being it's a fundraiser, there's another $315 that comes to the temple. So we thank you all in advance for those of you who participate. I'm going to ask our speaker of the day to choose the ticket that may...
I think I have two, maybe not.
You got the one there, okay. Okay, the last three numbers, 6, 2, 1. I got it again. Okay. Yes, you are. Okay. All right. Well, we give $5 back initially, okay? And so, of course, then we tuck the ace in the pile here and we shuffle them. And in a moment, you'll all have an opportunity to give us the human drum roll, as we call it. It's begun. Okay, here we go. Okay. Oh. Close. Yes. Oh my. Okay. Well, thank you, Norv. That's been, 3 times in a row? Okay, I did want to make mention. This coming Saturday, we're going to be having a wonderful workshop here at the temple from 1 until 4 by our speaker, Reverend Madeline Diemer. And her book that just came out, Bridges to Spirit. We're so happy that this is a wonderful work of art that Reverend Diemer has put together. And I'd like to read a little bit on the back what it says. Bridges to Spirit is both a book and an experience for those who want to explore their spiritual selves, discover their life's purpose, find love of self, heal, then learn to trust and follow their soul's intuition. Ooh. I like that. Of course, there's more information on the back as well, but it's the workshop on Saturday is, and it's in your program as well. You'll see there, healing of the self, and we invite you to come in out for that. There is a sign-up sheet. If you sign up early, it's $30. If you're here at the door, then on the day of the workshop, then it's $35. Okay, and her books are also available in the bookstore. So let's participate and come together as a community and support Reverend Diemer on her workshop. So we look forward to seeing many of you there. Okay, so thank you for your attention. And thank you.
I have a question. I want you to raise your hand if you're alive. Okay. I'll be worried for those people that don't have their hands up. But if you are, we're here to learn. Right? And so we have great teachers here, and we're here to learn about our spirituality and about how to deal with today's terrain when it comes to the world and the politics and some of the stuff that we're dealing with. And the best way to get realigned and remember is to keep learning. So there's classes here for you to learn and maybe to be reminded. That's why I come here Sundays, is to be reminded and take some gold nuggets home for the week. So the doors are open for anyone. All right, next is please refer to the Sunday service program for ongoing classes and events and sign up in the lobby for any of the classes you plan to attend. Today we have with us as our speaker Reverend Madeline Diemer on the topic Bridges to Spirit. Yes, let's give it a hand of applause. Yes. I have two spiritual reading quotes that I want to share with everyone here. I think they're very powerful, so just listen to the words I'm about to say. The quote is by Viktor Franklin, and it reads as follows. Between stimulus and response, there is a space. In that space is our power to choose our response. In our response lies our growth and freedom. Throughout the week, throughout the day, you are responding to things that may be happening. You decide. Take a second, take a moment, and decide how you're going to respond from that exterior information that's happening. The other quote that I have reads as follows. When we built bridges instead of walls, we discovered that Spirit was waiting for us all along. Unquote. Thank you. Now we have music by Ascension.
I'm walking with the Spirit, and I'm talking with the Spirit, and I'm learning from the Spirit, and I'm turning to the Spirit, I'm growing in the Spirit, and it's showing in the Spirit, I'm walking with the Spirit in front of me, yeah, I'm walking in the Spirit, I'm talking with the Spirit, I'm learning from the Spirit. No, I'm turning to the Spirit. I'm growing in Spirit. And it's showing in Spirit. I'm walking with the Spirit in front of me. When I find myself in one of those situations that's leading me to some kind of trouble or confrontation, go within and I plugged in. Before it's too late, I put the Spirit in front of me to
make those crooked places straight. Now
I'm walking with the Spirit.
and I'm talking
With the Spirit.
I'm learning.
I'm learning from the Spirit.
I'm turning
to the Spirit.
I'm growing
I'm growing in Spirit.
and I'm
We're
showing
showing to the Spirit.
I'm walking with the Spirit in front of me. When I find myself in one of those situations when I don't know what to do, I got no explanations, I go within and I get plugged in for a revelation. 10 times out of 9 things will work out fine without my participation. Yeah, I'm walking
with the Spirit.
yeah, I'm talking
with the Spirit.
I'm learning
I'm learning from the Spirit.
I'm turning
to the Spirit.
I'm growing
I'm growing in Spirit.
yeah, it's showing
We're showing through the Spirit.
I'm walking with the Spirit in front of me. Yeah.
As always, love the music. Love it, love it, love it. Glad to be here. Good morning. Usually, I start out with some kind of compliment for Reverend Zemke. So today is no exception. I still compliment Reverend Zemke. And yes. Absolutely. And he would like to point out to this coming Tuesday, which is the 18th of September, to just use your intuition. And not that you don't, you do every day, but to pay special attention. And because there'll be something for each one of you that will be special. So I want you to know that, all right? That's what he wanted you to know, okay? So here we are, and we have so many different goals in this room, but I think that there's one goal in particular that we can all agree on that would be good, and that is peace of mind. Amen. Peace of mind. Oh, wouldn't it be wonderful? But one of the first things that comes up here on earth is that we have more than one mind. Well, spiritually, there's only one mind, of course. That's divine mind. But when we get here on earth, we have at least two minds. Now, psychologists have added some more, but we won't go there this morning. We don't have that much time to do that. But anyway, so we have a conscious mind. Hopefully, we're conscious, but not always. Haven't you seen people when you're out? I mean, totally not there, right? That's too often, but we won't go there. Anyway, okay, so we've got a conscious mind, and then we've got a subconscious mind. And Carl Jung, the Swiss psychiatrist, he called it the unconscious mind because we are simply not aware of it. But the thing of it is, we can feel uneasy or unsettled, and we think, what's going on? We can't put our finger on it. Something's off, something's wrong. And more than often than not, it is something rumbling about in our unconscious mind. And of course, a sure enough thing is when we wake up in the middle of the night, we have this bit of insomnia that tells us there's something else going on that wants to express itself. And so really, if we want good health and if we want peace of mind, then it really means to develop a relationship between these two minds, understand how they talk to each other, how they interact. What is this all about? Well, we know by now that the subconscious mind likes dreams very definitely. It talks to us in the language of a of a dream. Now, some people get frustrated with dreams. They say, oh, they're too weird. You know, I dreamed I was a tree. That's totally stupid. Well, but if we're looking at symbolic language, it just simply means, you know, I am a tree because I'm rooted like a tree. It's just symbolic language, but it's worthwhile to study that language and understand what it means. So when these two talk together, one way of explaining it is to tell you about my friend Pearl. Pearl had just, she was just of medium age, and she lost her husband. She's grieving. Her back is just killing her. She goes to the doctor. The doctor says, you're going to be paralyzed if you don't have this operation. Guess who's going to do it? This particular doctor. You know, right? And we'll leave the rest of that sentence. Oh, we're not going to go there. All right, and you've got to do it right away. Oh my gosh. So Pearl goes home, and she thinks, oh my God, she just feels disconsolate. So she gets out a suitcase, she starts packing all her clothes for the hospital, right? And she sits down, she starts brooding about this. Well, then something comes to her out of the blue. Well, you know the expression out of the blue. You know what that means. It's spirit, right? And she says, I'm going to do that. So she calls her sister on the phone and she said, can you come and stay with me for a week? I think I'd be okay if I could just go to bed for a week. So her sister, of course, says yes, comes over. Pearl goes, well, first, as soon as her sister says, I'll come over, Pearl unpacks the suitcase, puts everything away, takes the suitcase, puts it in the closet, way behind the old bathrobes, right? And goes to bed for a week. Well, guess what happens? When she wakes up, you know, after after the 7 days, her back is fine. There is no problem whatsoever. No problem at all. Now, of course, these two minds are talking together because the subconscious is saying, oh, no hospital suitcase. Fine, we're fine. We don't need to go to the hospital. We don't need to have an operation. We're just going to get up and everything's going to be fine. And it was fine. It absolutely was fine. And there's a clue here, too, for healing, that when we get in a jam, and it could be when we're ill or we're just stuck somewhere, if we could just say those words, if I could just, whatever, let spirit fill in the blank, that's a part of self-healing. Because we're prescribing for ourselves what we need to fix this. And more often than not, that will lead us right out. Well, when we feel unsettled, sometimes what helps us is to think about God's will being done. Thinking about the Lord's Prayer. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. And there's a calming effect about that when we think about it. And it feels peaceful. It feels peaceful to dwell upon that. And then we realize that when God's will is being done, there is a feeling of goodwill that goes with that. Because when we're truly doing God's will, there is goodwill that emanates from that. We feel goodwill towards ourselves and towards other people. Now, we're human beings, and because we're human beings, we often resist God's will, as if we're taught to eat broccoli or Brussels sprouts when we're little kids. Ugh. God's will, right? It's weird. It's weird. And we get an intuitive hunch to do this. And we say, oh, that's stupid. I'll do it my way. Right? It turns out awful. And we say, oh, why didn't I do that? We fight our intuition, and then we regret it. It's a funny thing. So we end up in this twirl of my will versus God's will. Okay? My will versus God's will. We don't stop to think about our free will and the gift that God gave us to make decisions and then live with the consequences. I mean, we hide that part from ourselves, right? We don't think about what a gift it is. And of course, we're going to make mistakes, of course. But some people think, oh, I'm going to live on earth and I'm not going to make any mistakes. Huh? Huh? Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh. So we learn then that we're going to make mistakes. And if we think about a film production, what happens? You know the little clapper things? It says, miss, take. Miss, take. You got to take it over again, right? The scene is lousy. You know, she looked too grim. He shot the gun too early. Mistake. You got to do it again. Well, that's with a mistake. And life gives us endless opportunities to do it over again and over again. Have you noticed that? And over again, ad nauseum. But that's a good thing. That's a good thing because that's God's grace, giving us the liberty to learn. So give us the liberty to learn. Now, the other side of that is that we suffer when other people misuse their free will to the zenith degree. And then what happens? We go into upheaval, total upheaval. And here we are. So when we're in upheaval, we think, oh my God, now what? Now what? Well, we have to think that upheaval is a natural thing. It's a natural thing. These, volcanoes and glaciers and all that stuff, it's all natural. And you think about it, when we were born, that was upheaval. We were all cozy and warm, and we were getting fed, and all of a sudden, bam, bright lights. We're cold, we're hungry. Of course, we're screaming like mad. Are you kidding me? Who's doing this? I'm going to kill you. Right? See, it gives us practice because during our lives, we're going to have one upheaval after another. It gives us practice. Okay, it's going to happen. So when that happens, we go to bedrock right away. What is our relationship with our Creator? What is our relationship with God, with Great Spirit? What is it? If it's strong, good, that's good. And maybe then we take time out to praise God. Praise God's light, which is always present, helping us with our ignorance. God is love, and God's love is shining through this, and I know God's love is going to carry me through this. Oh, yes. And God's liberty, and I know God is going to carry me right over this. God is immediate, so I know that God's result will be immediate. God is intervention, so I know God will intervene right here and now. And we go on with the praise. That helps us through. That helps us through. The next thing that we also do is we review our lives. Are we living our life purpose? Because if we are living our life purpose, we're in a good place. we're in a good place. Because the way life purpose works is that's what keeps us alive. If we have used our life purpose, if we have misused it or come to the end of our purpose, up in spirit we go. If we've gone too far off our purpose and we can't get back on, up we go, okay? So the whole idea here is to review our life purpose. Are we living the life that we were born to live? Are we living the life we were born to live? Because God got it all figured out. There's a divine plan between purpose and prosperity. A divine purpose, because when you're living your divine purpose, you are prosperous. Because that dream of your divine purpose, that dream that's in your heart, when you're living your divine purpose, you are prosperous. You are prosperous. And the other thing is, when you're prosperous, of course, naturally, and you're living your life the way you are helping others. Likely, you are tithing to your church, because in doing so, then that is helping others, because then others are learning. Others are learning now about God's will and God's love for them and God's opportunity to learn and God's grace. So the thing about tithing I got to share with you is that if you tithe, the roof still falls in, but guess what? It's insured. Yeah. So there are ways of finding. So I'll just conclude with this, because if for some reason you've lost track of your dream, of what you are to, the way you are to find this life purpose, if for some reason you've lost track of it, you can find it again. I don't care how old you are. I speak truly. It doesn't matter how old you are or what your financial circumstances are, you can get it. And it is my true wish, my true hope, my true prayer that you indeed connect with it. If you've already got it, strengthen it and experience the true joy of that. Thank you.
Thank you, Reverend Diemer. To the heart again. Thank you so much for blessing us once again with your truth, your wisdom, your knowledge. Thank you for being here. Yes. Thank you. Okay. And so now we move into our time of tithes and offerings, and we invite you to take your tithes and your gifts and bless them as the ushers come forth. Let's pray. Infinite radiant source of life, we give thanks for this opportunity to share of our hearts. And as we give from that place within that speaks to us, spirit within, calling us and listening to that voice that moves us to truly share from our hearts. And we acknowledge that divine love moving through each of us blesses and multiplies all that we have, all that we give, and all that we receive. And so it is.
So it is.
Thank you. And now let us once again be blessed with music by Ascension.
It's that time, y'all. It's the end of service, which means you get to get up and dance around with us. Come dance with Ascension. Actually, though, this is the song, Marcel is Welcome Here. We've been singing it all month long. So if you know the words, or even if you don't, sing along with us. Shall we?
Everybody stand up?
Yeah.
There.
Shake the dust off.
Yeah. If you're comfortable with that.
Oh, that sounded great, Nora. All right, let's do it. Woohoo!
Let's go down. Okay.
Here we go, y'all. Ha. Oh, I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. You're in the right place at the right time. You are just where you're supposed to be. You're in the right place at the right time. You are just where you're supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just what I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. Woo! And that's the band, y'all. Ha! Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. Yeah. Hey, thanks for coming out today. Great to see all these new faces. Make sure to say hi to a neighbor in the lobby. Don't forget to check out the books at the book sale, and you can find me in the bookstore. Have a great week, y'all.